Hello, friends. I'm your special correspondent, Ryan LaPlante. I'm here with special correspondent Del Borovic.
Hi.
And special correspondent Tyler Hewitt.
Hi.
That's great. We're also on the audio medium.
Hello. I can't just beam at the camera.
Which is exactly what Del did on the first episode. So we're establishing a real thing for new guests coming in, which is perfect. Tyler has joined us. We thought he was not going to, but he was here over the weekend. We're excited to have him join us for this episode. He has watched all 3 previous episodes of Agatha All Along, and he watched the first 2 episodes of our reaction content to catch up on our fan theories. Incredible. I told him about the 3rd one. We are here now because we watched Agatha All Along, episode 4. I made sure to make a note of the title so I didn't go online. If I can't reach you, let my song teach you. Yep. Was the title of this episode. Del, I want to follow up with you immediately after this tragedy of an almost kiss where you breathed in so hard and then yelled at the TV immediately afterwards. How do you feel about Aubrey Plaza coming back? Catherine Hahn?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
There was leg touching?
That's what I was just going to say. That
it
wasn't. It was. There was almost kissing. There was leg touching, and it was like full middle of front of thigh leg touching, not like a side. It was very intimate.
There was the lean in, and it went to a hug, and you were so upset.
And I was so upset. And then they came back, and they did both grab each other's faces, and then it got interrupted by them talking about a boy. Mm-hmm. I've been robbed.
Yeah.
I've been robbed. But yes, I was sitting between these guys, shrieking at the TV, as I want to do. Can be confirmed.
Yeah. I don't know that I've ever seen, sapphic... like blocking of that kind where normally when it's like that vein of media, it's like they fucking kiss, like they seal the deal kind of thing.
It's usually the opposite where it's, more fan theory or more abstract.
It's more will they, won't they? And we're like, they want.
They must have previous.
Clearly they have.
They have.
This is want they, will they? We're like, they want, will they? It's just will they.
It's just will they. They obviously want.
Honestly, at this point, I would argue it's just when they. I don't know what episode. You originally said 7. I said 8.
7
Tyler,
or 8.
How many episodes do you think it will be before these 2 ladies kiss? When do you think it happens?
Of 9?
9 episodes total. I argued it was 8 because 8 and 9 I think are a 2-parter, so it'll be like right at the beginning. But Del thought 7 to inspire something.
Yeah. I think 9, but as a flashback. Oh, that's what I think. I don't think these 2 are going to do it in the present.
Don't say that. Don't speak it into existence.
I don't like it.
I was going to say, I was just worried you got the idea of them doing it, and it was just the language was getting you on a totally new level.
Oh, no.
Okay,
now
Del likes
I
that.
am.
Okay,
now I'm thinking about it.
Del's gone to a happy place.
Yeah, sorry.
I just watched your...
What? Is there a
your
show
eyes
now?
lose focus there for a second.
Del's soul left her body for a brief moment with us here.
Okay.
There is a heaven.
Yeah. I like Aubrey Plaza's new outfit.
Yeah.
Everyone's very tense.
Yep. I was going to say, before we go any further into this episode, we should circle back. Tyler, we haven't heard any of your thoughts from the first 3 episodes. So let's give you a brief moment as a new voice joining the room.
Doodly flashback.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about the show?
It's pretty good. I've got a fairly low opinion of Marvel television, Disney Plus kind of stuff. I like the Netflix stuff for the most part. Like they had some real bangers there. I know you guys talked a little bit about Jessica Jones. I fucking love Jessica Jones. I was partial to Daredevil. It was like kind of the first foot in the door for this sort of thing. So I was kind of feeling it. I think in hindsight, I could set my standards higher.
We were all just very excited to have a Marvel TV series that wasn't horrible.
Yeah.
Because we were used to horrible.
Yeah, that's
and it
true.
was a real step forward. So I think the scale we've asked people, and you've seen 3 episodes, so we can just hit this right up front because they know ours. Where would you rank Agatha All Along after the first 3 episodes as a Marvel show out of 10 and as a general show out of 10?
I think as a Marvel show, I think it's sitting at a comfortable 7 for me and probably trending upwards, I think. You know what, actually... with this 4th episode, maybe not.
You're not there yet.
Interesting. We're not there. We're just 3 episodes.
My apologies.
It's okay.
Sorry. Scarlet Witch mind wipe.
Yeah.
So what do you think out of 10, Tyler?
I think out of 10, a comfortable 7 with no further follow-ups on that as a Marvel show. And then as a regular show, I think also a 7?
Okay,
for different reasons.
What reasons?
Yeah, what are the reasons?
Like the detractors, the bad stuff as a Marvel show. It's like, sorry, this is also a joke answer that I've been thinking about for like the past 2 days. It's like, as far as Marvel shows go, we're Spider-Man. You know what I mean? No Spider-Man.
That's true. There is very little Spider-Man in this show. They don't even talk about him.
I don't know any of these Marvels. Where's the Hulk, Anyway.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, we're in Westview, so it's just normal neighbors, and then we're on the road, which just means we go to a series of fucking houses. The most magical places of all.
Yeah.
It's just the magic we had at home.
Yeah.
I don't know. I told you the show is for the moms. What do moms love?
Spider-Man.
Outfits, interior decorating. Spider-Man, apparently.
Yeah. Spider-Man.
Spider-Mom.
Batman.
Spider-Mom.
Savage Dragon, all the big Marvel characters. Anyway.
The Imagine Dragons.
Yeah. The Imagine
Savage
Dragons.
Garden?
Yeah. Savage Garden.
What's happening?
We're just doing free association now.
Yeah.
But you were saying, so
Free
not
bird.
enough Spider-Man as a Marvel thing.
Yeah.
Detraction.
Yeah.
But for regular TV, you like not having a Spider-Man.
For regular TV, if this was if I didn't have to concern myself with comic book lore or anything like that, and I kind of feel like I don't.
Other than that very first episode, you're basically free from it. 'Cause episode 2+ is Welcome to a New
That's
World.
what I think is just as a regular TV show, this is giving me enough to keep wanting to keep going kind of thing. Whereas I have definitely felt like, oh, you're going to give me fucking homework with some of these Marvel things. So this, as just like a straight TV show, has felt good. And I know I've never sounded more fucking 30s in my life of, oh, I got to watch another show to enjoy this show, but that is just where I'm at.
That's how I feel about it.
We're all in our 30s.
You should, but you should always make it more enticing.
Yeah.
If I go watch the other show, it should be a bonus. It shouldn't be required for me to watch this show.
I agree.
Yeah.
In my humble opinion, you want to sell your universe like that? Go ahead. I'm still paying for Disney Plus, so fuck me, I guess. It's just me. You're smart. You're on the outs. But okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to this episode. Now that we've got, or did you have any predictions from the last 3 episodes that did not sync up with ours, or you had any fun stuff?
I was not thinking about predictions too much at that time. I have some now, but I don't know that I should voice them just yet because I feel like there's some context from the current episode.
Everybody, we are full spoilers for this entire episode at this point. That's why we started with kissing, hugging, all that business. We're right in.
Okay.
We threw back because we want to make sure people know where you're at with your opinions and where you're at with the shows for context, as they call it.
Okay. One final opinion before predictions is you cannot have Catherine Hahn shout "eat my ass" and then actually show me her ass in the same episode. That's simply not fair. That's just to viewers and everyone. That's
because you were picturing eating her ass, or you feel like you've been denied the ass you have seen?
Because she referenced her ass, and then we looked at her ass, and so all I can think about is her saying "eat my ass" while I'm looking at her butt.
Eat this ass in particular that you now physically can see.
Yeah. It's been elevated to more than vulgarity at this point. It's like, oh, that's her ass.
Do you feel better or worse if that was a body double?
Feel better or worse?
Yeah, do you feel like it's grosser if it's a different ass, but they want you to think it's her ass, or if it's actually her ass with the line being said?
I think given...
We brought Tyler here. We've just hit eat my ass jokes 10 minutes in. I want to be clear. The tone is different with Tyler.
That's very accurate.
We want Aubrey Plaza to get in there. We're all about those
She's
shit.
shouting at some dude with a mustache? No.
Not Officer Mustache.
I would feel worse if it was a body double, because again, it goes back to the language she was using of "eat my ass," not my body double's ass.
Would that be in the credits? Body double in parentheses ass,
So I don't know. Odds are it was Catherine Hahn because she's pretty cool as an actress. But no, they usually leave body doubles out if body doubles are used for nudity because they want people to think it was the actual performer.
I also remember
But Catherine Hahn Catherine Hahn has also done a bunch of other shows, and Catherine Hahn does not strike me as a performer based on her body of work that cares about whether or not nudity is performed in any given scene, as long as it's narratively interesting and part of the story. But okay, it's not really a prediction, just you have a complaint about the ass stuff.
Well, I do have predictions too, but I really wanted to talk about eating ass.
You've been holding that one in.
I have. I've been sitting
While
on
you
that
were
one.
watching at 2 a.m. last night, you're like, oh, this ass comment.
Yeah,
you got to get it in there.
Oh man, homework? Okay, well, I have the ass eating joke to look forward to. For predictions, I was thinking about how she's got this reputation as a sister killer or a witch killer.
The witch killer, she steals their powers.
So I think she killed them either as a mercy or she was asked to. I think Aubrey Plaza Rio is not a full person.
What?
I think she is some kind of magical golem or a memory.
Like an entity of some kind or something.
I think Agatha very literally has her heart. And she is kind of a wraith or a wight, I think, is sometimes called.
That's an interesting idea.
She's a part person. She's a broken thing. And I think that's why she's very aloof and kind of has this extra knowledge, but the stakes don't seem to apply to her.
Yeah, there's like a psycho nature, but it's a fearlessness on top of the aggression. She likes violence. She seems to like death.
She plays wounded sometimes, but not enough that I think the pain is real for her in those moments. So I feel like she is an echo.
That's an interesting thing, because she does in this episode talk about wanting bodies, which is an interesting idea. Technically, I can't tell. It seems like she possessed. I thought we were getting zombie Deborah Jo Rupp for that brief moment.
I got so excited.
And I was so fucking amped. And then it was Aubrey Plaza, and I was like, this is the most confusing, like ruined storygasm I've ever had, where I was like, Deborah Jo Rupp's a zombie. Oh,
storygasm denial.
But like the sadness of like, oh, it's not Deborah Jo Rupp. And my joy, like, oh, it's Aubrey Plaza. And I felt both at once. And I was like, I've never felt sad seeing Aubrey Plaza in my life. What is happening to me?
I felt that it was cruel to do a 70s themed episode with Deborah Jo Rupp absolutely absent the entire time.
If she had been the mom welcoming them, it would have been so funny. Zombie mom would have been even better. But anyways, I can't tell if Aubrey Plaza was summoned from where that grave was, because they had the outline on the ground, but they're not specific about the magic enough for us to know when it's weird. Or, they all seemed scared when their spell worked, which was a confusing choice for me on a Coven of Witches, being like, a person. And I'm like,
you just did that.
You idiots. Also, none of them were like, make them loyal or safe. They're like, I wanted to be pretty. And I
wanted to have Advil.
I did like that.
These last two witches are real stupid. It was like the witches up front really did put some thought into it.
Yeah.
But I can't tell if she's supposed to be possessing Deborah Jo Rupp's body or if she's her own person who is summoned from the ground, because that would very much fit into like not quite a person in a traditional sense, because she came up and was spooky and zombie-ish and then revealed Aubrey Plaza, but she's Aubrey Plaza but like a hot mess.
Yeah.
Like the clothes are different, and you said you like the new outfit.
I do like the new outfit.
But she's also all dirty and weird, and I'm like, how much is from crawling out of the ground, or how much is, hey, I made Deborah Jo Rupp's body run long enough for me to be in it?
Yeah, well, then that gives me extra questions of the earlier episodes. If you're thinking that like she needs a body, maybe she's just a spirit. All of the animal familiars that they saw wandering around, were those
Crow,
all
rat,
Aubrey
wolf.
Plaza?
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Because every time she saw them, she was like, oh, it's the time ticking, or something is getting closer.
Maybe it wasn't Salem. Maybe it was Aubrey Plaza instead of the Salem 7. Like, that's a really interesting idea.
The Salem 7 very much manifested as folks.
Ring race.
Peeps.
Folks with hoods.
Screamy
and
people.
They can break windows, and ravens just can't do that.
But it seemed
But I
very...
didn't know if they were familiars in the way that Agatha has her rabbit.
Yes. But it did seem very, like, a big deal.
And
she walking out that way.
She wants bodies. She said, that's not your son.
Yeah.
That boy, she
interrupted the
said,
kiss to say it.
But he didn't say, did she say not your son? She said that boy is not yours.
That boy, I thought it was that boy is not your son, but was it yours?
I feel like it was son also, but
Oh,
maybe
maybe
I'm
I'm
just
just
putting that
remembering it
onto the scene.
Oh,
we need
maybe
to
he said
check
is
it?
not yours. It might be one of those where it technically could be read two different ways, because that feels very Agatha all along. I'm not going to check it. We're just gonna live forwards
Yeah.
based on what we know. It was what did you call it? The opposite of the Bechdel test, where two women are about to kiss, and then they stop to talk about one of their children.
I stopped to talk about a boy interrupting kissing.
Yeah.
I was like, it's like the extreme opposite of like the Bechdel test.
Yeah.
Technically, I think that would just mean that scene doesn't pass the Bechdel test.
That's what it means.
They paused
yes,
it,
but the fact that they stopped
It is-
kissing to do it made it even
It is
more like
testing Dell in a different way.
yes.
The Rechdel test is
Yeah.
ruining an Aubrey Plaza kiss to talk about a boy.
I know, and I really like that
Heckdell.
boy, but it's still like, come on,
Yeah.
come on.
Come on.
And the other thing that I noticed on the Aubrey Plaza scale, which is interesting, and it could have just been asking her not to kill him. It's not clear their relationship, but Catherine Hahn, Agatha, I still call her Catherine Hahn. She's a little more Catherine Hahn than she is Agatha for me. They're a little
Sometimes,
close,
yeah.
and like
really cute.
she'll drift there. But when Teen Witch was bleeding out, and she was saying don't, there were a couple of random don'ts, and then there was one very specific don't to Rio.
Yes.
There was one where it was like to her, like don't, and then Greenwich just stands there, and I don't know the entire meaning of it, but
Maybe it was a body
there's
thing.
something there. Whether it's could she have switched bodies into Teen Witch?
Maybe she's saying don't do a stabby. She does like
That's
doing
it.
a stabby.
She does. It's
She was
true.
very ready to kill every other witch on this road.
Yes.
Got her special
yes.
knife. Yeah.
She's ready to do some stabs.
So she is not just a Green Witch, she's the Green Witch.
Her words.
Words. Do we believe this?
I don't believe
she
she's
wasn't
a green witch.
before when she did all of her spooky shape like
That one, she was
her
a
magic
ninja.
was all black smoky magic.
It was wind
yeah.
and kicking.
Maybe that's
And now she's got flowers in her hair.
maybe that's the body swap thing.
Oh,
You hit Agatha with your magic, that's how she gets it. You die, Rio
This
takes
lady
your body,
just
and
gets-
that's how she gets your magic.
Because then if she got the lady who was
Supposed to
who
be
was
the
like
green witch.
inclined, then she's not. Maybe she was in like a dead ninja's body. We're gonna learn that she just picks up talents of whoever's there, but probably to the max.
It seems that way. It seems like she
Yeah.
overclocks it. Yeah.
How do you guys feel about the fact we went back to a house? That sound said 1,000 words.
I'm just saying. I mean, like, it just feels like there's an executive back there being like, "What do women like? They like outfits. They like houses. They like skincare and being pretty. They like boys who are sons.
And they
like
won't-
being moms.
Boys
They
or
won't stop
sons.
talking about hiking.
Yep.
Yeah.
They like being in nature. I guess. I don't know.
Like taking off their shoes,
Yeah.
putting on outfits. I
know.
understand women.
It does. I like
don't
that.
mean to
or
be
it's
that-
just people who are really determined to sell toys. Is the other version of
Yes.
this,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or cosplays. But yeah, it does. It feels weird.
Feels weird to be at an actual house.
The house showed up, and it was another moment. Only it was Dell and I both going, "Oh,
Oh.
I think they're probably going to see the house in the woods motif just constantly because that's kind of a witchy thing.
It
and they're
seems
just
like we're
keep
gonna
coming
do-
back to that.
Yeah.
After you've done it twice,
Yeah.
I don't think we're breaking a pattern. I think we're going to get a different house with a different vibe for
Yeah.
every episode.
All right.
Thinking
I'll-
gingerbread for Patty LuPone.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
though they did spend a lot more time outside of the house, both
We
before
liked
and
that.
after,
Yeah.
where I was like,
The house was a smaller part of the episode.
fucking speed run it.
You've remarked on this before. Holy shit, did that go by fast? Like that didn't feel like a
No, that
lot
episode was 40
going-
minutes, but 7 minutes of
just-
credits plus a 1-minute recap means it's about a half hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It
like a
just
32-minute
clicked
episode.
on by.
And it was and they sang the song again inside the house, and that was it.
I'm going to say this. I'm aware the show's already made, and I don't really care. Stop singing full songs. Stop it. I don't need that. I don't know these songs. I can't hear the lyrics. There's too much shit happening. And I don't want witches to be a band. That's not what I want from witches.
This guy
Do you
didn't
know,
watch Scooby Doo.
lose the band and give me the vampire flashback. I would trade you 8 minutes for 8 minutes.
I did.
They talked about more interesting shit than they did. They sang a song I don't know.
You were this much closer to Blade being in this show.
And it was like, who can sing this song? Can you play an instrument? And it wasn't even like, oh, everybody can actually play an instrument. They're like, I don't fucking know. And then they put Patty LuPone on the cymbals. And I was
That
like,
is wild.
I was so mad. I said this aloud while we were watching. I was like, Patty LuPone is a backup singer on percussion? What are you doing, show? I get it, it's Agatha all along, but Catherine Hahn, I love Catherine Hahn very, very much. Good old eat my ass, Catherine Hahn.
Yeah, thank you. Ryan gets it.
But like, let Patty LuPone please fucking. I will make one exception. Give Patty LuPone a full song.
Yeah.
A full song.
Then you'll take it all back.
If every future song is Patty LuPone doing a full song, I will have a very nice time because she can really tell a story with what she's doing.
Yeah.
Also, she looks great in this episode. But like,
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as we're doing notes, also more Spider-Man. Put a Spider-Man in there. Make a Spider-Man play the kazoo.
We're going to take a quick commercial break and we're going to come back so we can all take a breath. All right, we are back. The full song, it feels like the song, this is me being cynical from the outside, because the nice thing is this one was very justified to the plot, at least.
That's true.
But I wish we'd heard it before. I'd like to have known a little more about it, or discovered everybody could actually play these instruments and they didn't know. So it's like, oh shit, this is everybody here. You play keyboard, because this witch
Actually have knowledge
actually
of
plays
it, yeah.
guitar. This witch plays this. The instruments are all here. You, protection witch, have to play the key. But it was like, she's a protection witch, but it had nothing to do with protection, though the road did strip her of her curse. So I'm like,
Yeah.
in terms of protection witch ability solving this, no, singing a
She
song
can
solved this.
draw a circle on the ground.
This is like the easiest escape room anyone's ever seen. It's a full music studio with all of the musical instruments. Your mom's on the wall and your mom sang a favorite song. And it's like, we sing the song and in 3 minutes they've solved the escape room
Correct.
and move on.
Yeah.
But there is this interesting question because we saw Potion Witch do magic for the first time.
Yeah, and we had a little mini debate about that.
Whether
Was
it's
it
magic.
potion magic or not?
Yeah, like
where do you guys
like
come down on
manual
that?
witchcraft as they've referenced, or has she got it? Has she got it back?
Teen Witch is dying. She says she can do magic if she's got water and moonlight, goes to get the water, says some
chant.
like Latin-ish thing out loud, and then pours water over him and he heals him. Do you think that was potion magic?
I think it's to me it's kind of both, because it's like potion magic on par, but she did do the potion to get rid of the poison that was in the wine that they all drank. But that was during the trial. So it's like during the trial they get to have their magic, I guess is the thing.
Well, see, what I thought was that was all ingredients. That was just the chemistry of it.
Yeah.
So there was no magic in actually her casting it. It was just like, oh, if you put these things together in the right order, you can make potions, because she makes her like weird skincare shit.
Yeah.
But there's an interesting idea of magic back for challenges, which I do kind of
so that's why I'm almost like maybe she was able to use more actual magic because she got some of it back by doing the trial.
Oh, like in increments she'll get?
That's what I'm thinking.
As opposed to just the floodgates opening and she's like full power?
Right.
Okay.
To me, I was also very distracted by the fact that they're like, get water. And then they're like, I have this tree root that's exactly water shaped, like exactly shaped like a bowl. And I was looking into infinity for a moment.
A branch shaped like a wiffle ball scoop. Just ready to go. Yeah.
the scoop limb.
Yeah.
Because I thought it would be more cool if it was, I don't know, just in her hands or a
Cupped
leaf.
hands has a little bit more of a connection
here is a
between
bowl
characters.
made of a tree root that just, I found it.
Yeah.
They didn't show her ripping it off of anywhere. She just had it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird.
She just
I'll give you that.
found
That
it.
was
This
weird.
has got to clip along, says person on set. Just give them something.
Get him into the next house.
Okay. So that's an interesting idea. Tyler, you got any thoughts on this?
My opinion is based more on the characters' reactions than the like methodology, which you are like winning me over as you break it down. Because I was on the side of like, oh, it's mundane manual witchcraft, as Teen Witch has said, like it just takes more effort and time, but you can do magic and stuff like that. And I felt that way because she did it, and everyone was like, great, okay, let's move on. Yeah. You did water and moonlight, and you said a thing, and that's apparently just how this works.
Yeah.
And I would have expected more of a, oh shit, it's back. Oh man, oh wow, kind of thing. Didn't get that. So I've read everyone's response because these characters have more context
so you
than I
did it
do.
as just a celebration of you saving him, not, oh, that's incredible that you did magic.
That's how I read that. However, your breakdown talking about like that's just ingredients in the kitchen sink to make the antidote for the poison makes a lot of sense here, where this involved water and moonlight and chanting, and that was it. And that is way less scientific than talking about the order in which ingredients have to go in, and you all have to hold hands, and you all need your hair in there so that it applies to you, and blah, blah. You need to drink the water kind of thing. This, she just spilled it over him, and it like healed him like the Grail water from Indiana Jones.
That's interesting. So I'm wondering if the road is a bit of a trick, if the road is a bit of a metaphor, because they all started the road thinking they knew what they wanted. But if we look at this lady's familial curse was defeated inside this room.
Yeah.
But she's here looking for her mom, or so she thinks.
She did talk about how her mom died on tour.
Died on tour, but they figure she was lost on the road, was like the thing that a lot of other
Okay.
people said. Did her mom die on the road? Was her mom lost on the road? And they're like, your mom was here for you. But I'm looking back at this and going, well, if Potion Witch is starting to get her magic back after her test,
Okay.
and Protection Witch is now starting to like get either Potion Witch or realizing she can still do incredible things without needing magic. Either way is interesting. But then the idea that what if each of these trials is actually the reward? They think there's a big reward at the end, but it's like, oh, your familial curse is gone. This is actually, it's not, the road doesn't give you what you want. The road gives you what you need to achieve your goals, to be who you want to be, or to elevate yourself or something like that. And then if you'd walked the road previously, you don't know which test is yours, and Agatha got to the end of the road and it killed everyone else. And it left her alone, and she's like, well, I got to fucking own this, I guess, and move forwards. But it's why Agatha's like, I'm not participating in any of these tests. I don't know which one's for me. I don't know the outcome of what I'm going to get on the road.
Yeah, she seems pretty convinced that these folks aren't going to make it.
Because Agatha's pitched the road, but just to get the witches in the room to get them mad enough to blast her to steal their powers. She never intended to walk the road. And then when the door showed up, Agatha wasn't like, great, let's walk the road. It was like, the Salem 7 are here, and we're fucked if we don't go down these stairs.
Yeah.
And now she's on the road, and she's trying to cheat every test. She's clearly lying about what's coming on the road. She's clearly lying about how it ended.
Yeah.
She's like a bad scam artist, where she doesn't have a plan. She's just like, I'll lie my way to a win.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we talked a little bit about, like, it's very clear that, like, the road is tailor-made to whoever's walking it, right? So she can't know what's coming up, really. She might know in abstracts what the road does to you or what the road's final challenge might be, kind of thing, right?
Yeah, she knows that like vicious themed escape room, but these have all been totally different.
She's completely lost as everyone else, right? And she tried to smash the window to get out of the Live, Laugh, Love escape room, and in this
refused to drink the wine.
And this one, refused to drink the wine. And this one, she kind of seemed to be like, all right, we're cursed. Let's fucking do it. Everybody pick up an instrument. She got a little more on board, but it was like, it seemed like she was not 100% understanding what was going on until that moment hit. She was more like really vibing with her outfit in the mirror, which was a good outfit. Everybody looked great in that.
I did like the outfits in this one a lot.
Yeah.
I also liked just the design of how everything looked, aside from that one shot that we are all like,
Double focus shots, I think we all hate, where there's somebody in focus in the front of the shot and then somebody in focus much further back, and they've clearly CGI'd the blurry line in the middle. And
the worst.
It's tough.
I can't see a single thing they're showing me, and I can't hear anything they're saying when those shots happen.
Yeah. But as far as the treatment to the look of it and the colors and just the cinematography,
this was a much cooler environment than the last house. The last house was just, what if everyone was
that's a place
was boring white people, and this was like, oh, there's a cool theme.
Yeah,
the vibe was cool.
Yeah,
the way that it looked was cool.
I still wish it had been in any way magical. We got our first monster though. How do you feel? How do you feel about the monster, Del? You didn't like the demon that defeated itself through a song.
The manifestation of the curse, I guess.
Like titty gargoyle.
Yeah,
it didn't do much for me.
You're saying you were not thrilled when the ex-police officer and the protection witch known for combat defeated the titty gargoyle through about
singing
8 bars of a song?
Yeah.
Less than, I mean, maybe that gargoyle was formerly a New York producer. Just like 8 bars, it was like, you're not getting the gig. Just done. Like it was a short audition.
Yeah, that seemed pretty crazy, especially because it showed that the demon fought people by clinging onto and making scratches.
Burning them or whatever that was.
But
sort
it's like defeated by singing. Yeah, I was getting a little pumped because during the middle of the song, it started showing up and she's like, I could see it now. And I'm like, sweet, so she could stab it. And then it was like, no, so she keeps singing.
I also got confused by that because I was like, according to the rules of this, sing the fucking song. Like stopping the song, yell at the group like, I see it over there. It's like, you were not listening at the time. I hate when people get distracted by weird shit in these moments where they're like, if we sing this song, we live, and if we stop singing it, we die. And in every movie, somebody's like, I can't believe it. It's all come together. I'm like, I could sing a song. You're not even being hurt. Close your eyes. Sing the song.
You just literally sing like your life depended on it. You wouldn't fuck around with that.
No, you're not like, oh, I see the monster now. Let's stop singing. I got this.
Yeah,
and then let's start singing again.
Yeah, but then is that a thing of like, wink, wink, nod, nod, we know you're dumb, audience? Look, I see the demon.
I think there was a little bit of that in even explaining like the scars, like the scars on the shoulders, even because we hadn't seen any of those before.
It's
and it was
like it's
they had to
revealed
show it on
right
one
away.
person,
Yeah,
and then they had to show it on Patty Lupone, and they'd be like, "Do you have it?" And she's like, shows it was like, "I had it all along," and it was like, "Oh, cool."
So none of this was telegraphed ahead of time, is what you're telling me, Joe?
This is a cynical, sometimes I can't help myself be a screenwriter. You know when they were in the house earlier, in the last episode, and they were all doing dumb crap and taking things off of shelves? That's the moment where you can have somebody see a bruise on a shoulder. Just show it to us just one time. And have somebody go, that's weird, and have her go, and just ignore it.
They showed the protection circle, but not her scar.
The character with a plot device on her exposed shoulder was in a sauna in that episode, and you didn't get to see it.
Also, her curse protection tattoo, nothing.
Nothing.
Didn't do anything.
No.
That's crazy. That's crazy that the protection was a song, not the tattoo they told us about. But also for her, she's like, I tell people it's a birthmark. I convince myself. And I'm like, have somebody see it earlier and go, that's a birthmark.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I think...
have the whole team see it. And then they go, wait, this is you.
Yeah. Yeah, because
let them put it together in a way we can join.
Exactly. Yeah, because even the circle tattoo on her arm, I think when everyone was getting attacked by the demon, she wasn't. It didn't actually attack her in that room. And I'm assuming that it's because of her circle tattoo,
but it flew on her to die.
Yeah, then it still flew on her to die.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It just felt like it was just getting it, you know?
It's just
if you're
like,
a titty
next,
gargoyle,
next.
you're like, everybody gets one.
Did this thing have titties and I'm just not remembering?
It did. It was clearly like an AFAB gargoyle.
Okay.
Yeah.
But no nips, just
titties, no nips.
Just curves.
Carapace.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Catherine Hahn, nice to Teen Witch. Very determined to save Teen Witch. Sat with Teen Witch. Had a heartfelt conversation with Teen Witch.
Yeah.
Teen Witch asks about what happened to her kid. Boom.
Boom.
Catherine Hahn's done. Wall comes back up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What does it all mean?
Well, I was wondering, as like a confirmed magic user, Del, what does that all mean?
What?
Yeah, because you know how you're a witch?
Yeah. Like, what are the rules for that curse thing?
And see, here's the thing. Tyler's not a witch because he's never used magic on us.
No, never.
I think it's time for another commercial break.
We are back, and I have some interesting fan theories. Some people have been commenting for us.
That's cool.
Who are also kind of participating in this. I got to find the oldest one first so I can work my way through these.
Cool.
I like that.
From Sarah O. Skins 8765. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing these wrong. I'm guessing here, but when I saw you two were going to do a reaction show, welcome Tyler, we told them you weren't going to be here. I delayed watching it. So my theory so far, this is after episode 1, is maybe that Man-Witch is the son of another one of the 7, and he was looking for information about how to help his mom from the big bad. Was also an interesting scene where in the interrogation room, he was in a plush, detailed chair for a split second. It was like they were setting up a room that is unseen. So maybe she has been going to places around town during this Mind Palace spell when there is magic involved, but she perceives it as something different. So that
does
checks
check
out with our...
Absolutely.
Good.
That's
Confirmed.
like
Yes,
we agree with that.
You nailed it, yeah.
It's like the reality of our office could actually be somewhere unseen. I feel like in Marvel movie shows, I pay extra attention to the background details because they always throw in something subtle. You two brought up a good point of the fact that the imagery in the fight was a good contrast of magic and physical. Lol, Del, I'm right there with you on the chemistry between them.
Yeah.
There's more. There's so much more.
I mean, we all want to see what happens there, lol.
Yeah.
There's a ton more thoughts, but I was right there thinking the same things as you both. Also, the son's name was Nicholas in the shrine room.
Nicholas.
Can't wait to see more
Thank
from you
you.
two.
Thank you for the info.
So we now know. Is Teen Witch Nicholas?
And that also he could be Nicholas, but he could also be a son belonging to a different witch, and maybe that's why Aubrey Plaza said, like, he's not yours.
Yeah, or a dead body sent in,
Or alternate dimension. I mean, they've done that a bunch of Marvel,
like
right?
that, yeah.
That could be fucking Scarlet Witch for all we know.
Yeah,
And it's going
honestly.
to turn out to be Doctor Strange here to like supervise Agatha or another kind of construct. Like you've talked about that idea as well.
I had a theory that I kind of did away with in the first episode. I thought he was one of Wanda Maximoff's 2 like made up sons from her illusion.
Yes.
So he lasted from the vision. That's an interesting
he's
idea.
like leftovers kind of, and just kind of has made up a backstory, just like filling in gaps that he doesn't even know. And then I was kind of like, it doesn't seem like it's going in that way. And I don't think he's either one of those kids grown up. So
but it's an interesting idea. We got another one. Each one of these witches has a different color magic. I don't know if the type of witch determines the color or not. Agatha has purple. Lilia, something like that. Patty Lupone has yellow.
Okay.
Alice has orange-red, not to be confused with Scarlet Witch's red chaos magic.
Yes.
Rio/Aubrey has green. Redacted, a.k.a. Teen Witch, has blue magic, which we haven't seen, but I guess that's there. Jen had pink magic. Which is the potion witch, though she's currently bound. I don't think this is a spoiler because all of the promotional art/merch available at Hot Topic for the show gave each of them a color, and they are often dressed in that color throughout the show. So if you look at their outfits, it matches.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely saw yellow on Patty Lupone a bunch of times.
Yep, and that's from our friend Emily K5168.
Thanks, Emily.
Thanks, Emily.
Thank you, Emily. Having confirmation is good. Also, them being available at Hot Topic is like...
It's very funny.
Of course.
Perfect.
Oh, and there's one other one on here. Okay, this is from Brittany Fenwick 4730.
I know you.
Loving these vids. I'm glad that it seems I had the same reaction to most people about Aubrey Plaza and Catherine Hahn. Hell yes, we just saw this episode.
Feel it.
Dear God, we are so close. We're the closest anyone has ever been to getting that ship kiss they want right up front. My wild fan theory is that Teen Witch's boyfriend is Agatha's son that's been brought back.
Oh, the
so Teen
boyfriend.
Witch is not there, but Agatha's son, theoretically, I'm going to expand on this. Brittany has not said this, but if her son is alive, but sigiled Teen Witch to send Teen Witch to help.
To protect him.
So boyfriend sent, like her son sent his boyfriend to Agatha to get her out of this spell to go be a mentor so he wouldn't remember.
Yeah. Wow. That's super interesting too.
That's wild. It has almost no evidence. And
we love it.
It'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Until the sigil confirmation, I was kind of just like, he drives a car, just check his driver's license. Like,
Yeah.
you want to know his name? Look at his ID.
Well, and they introduced a cool sigil thing, which I like, which is that the
explained it a
witch
little.
who put a sigil on someone also doesn't know what they're hiding.
That's right.
Until the
Yeah.
sigil is no longer necessary. And I'm like, that
That's
is
cool.
He's like a blank, yeah.
Which explains why Agatha, especially if she's thinking about, I think it might be that boy is not yours, was said by
Yeah.
Aubrey Plaza, which could mean which was not necessarily that is not your son. I can't remember because it had the impact of not your son.
I certainly felt it, yeah.
I leaned on the yours is not yours is what I heard more in that line.
That I believe you, but no, it's so the sigil, because then if Agatha's going, this guy's in my house, he helped me out of this thing, he's clearly trying to lead me to the witch's road. I don't know about that, but like maybe I put this sigil in play,
Right.
because it's what if it was Agatha? It's not like she sacrificed her child in the traditional sense of
Stabby.
of like knife in baby for like bad
like
witch
made
drawing.
herself forget him.
But
Love
literally,
sacrifice.
like you lost your child. You sacrificed your child in the sense that they are no longer yours. You had to give that up. So you had to sigil your kid from ever being found by you. And then she meets somebody with a sigil on him, and it's like, this could be my fucking kid.
Right.
Yeah.
If she knows that that's her story, she gave up her child for the Darkhold,
Yeah.
but it was like, oh, it's just she had to sigil her own child out of existence, so she can never know if someone with a sigil is hers.
That feels very
Monkey's paw.
Monkey's Paw. It feels very like, Disney plus bloodless kind of. You get the same loss without
child murder.
Without child murder. Fuck. I mean, that feels pretty.
Yeah, no, that
like,
feels
there's a
very,
chance there,
very
like-
possible.
That feels pretty strong.
There's some fascinating stuff going on here, but yeah, sigils are a real that is.
That is a cool piece of
I
lore.
love fucking magic with consequence, and like those sigil rules. I'm like, that checks out. Nobody can see this information, not even you, until it doesn't matter if it's hidden anymore.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I do think that in general, this show to me has a lot more cool witchy vibes of stuff like, oh, you have to use all these pieces or you have to draw this special square versus all the stuff we've seen from the other Marvel movies of like, it's magic, I fly, it's magic, poof, red.
Yeah.
It seems cool that it is more grounded type
Closer to
of.
floaties than coming and blasting.
Yeah. Yeah.
On the floaties to blasting scale, we're saying it's
Yeah, we're
it's
more on
probably like
floaty
floaties.
side. Yeah.
Got it.
So I like that because it makes more sense as to like why can magic exist in the world and no one notices it if there's a lot of this hands-on type of magic. And yeah, even very interesting with Patti LuPone continuing to bop in and out of conversations when she has random visions or just who knows what's going on with her.
I cannot wait. Every one of those lines, I think we're going to get hit with all of those lines
What
in like
means?
at the finale of
I
this.
thought they would happen
Sooner.
in each episode. The one that sticks with me, because I think it was the first one that I clocked, was like, get them off me. It was the same episode, so the second one, I think, but it was also when they were showing these animals, and I thought, okay, the animals will be swarming, will be attacking. It's a precursor to familiar attack, and it didn't happen. I was like, oh, I'm wrong. I don't know where these premonitions are going to present themselves.
After enough of it, I think it's all going to be the final battle because it's like, save Agatha, watch out for this, like these kind of things.
I'm losing track now.
Oh,
There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
I think that is going to be the big payoff on the rewatch. I think we're going to remember, like the theory is like, oh, we're going to remember the 3 or 4 that stand out to us
Yes.
over 8 episodes.
Yeah.
And then when they all land,
That's the
if you
value
watch it
add
again,
of streaming.
you're
The
like,
rewatch.
oh, shit. That's when she said this. That's when
Got
she
it.
said this. Then, because Disney's also really likes to like layer in future things. So I also wouldn't be surprised if it's like, if Patti LuPone's character survives this series of being like, oh, she also said 3 things that didn't happen in this.
And she joins.
So when you go back and
Go
rewatch
forward.
rewatch her 20 things and be like, what's in Thunderbolts? Where does Patti LuPone show up again? I'm aware that it's like Lilia or whatever, but in my fantasy
We love
world,
that
LuPone.
she's just
there are
her.
a collection of witches that are full characters in this universe, and Patti LuPone just is canonically a witch.
Fingers crossed.
We
she
love
just
that.
she
Aubrey Plaza obviously is.
yeah.
Not that there's any reason I would know that particularly.
It feels like it. I'm hoping Patti LuPone has like a vision and just like, look out, Spider-Man, and then we get it. We get.
Do you know? Okay, I've said Blade, but let's take our guesses on the cameo because there's no way there's no cameos through this whole season. No. Oh. I think in the Disney world that's very, very unlikely. Theoretically possible, but statistically, Vegas would not take the bet. Who do you think actually shows up? Who do you think this series merits of all the possible appearances?
I have a little bit of I think it's a deep cut, and I might be getting this wrong. Sorry if my inaccuracy is going to have anyone commenting.
Come on, comment. Free to go for it.
I was playing Marvel's Midnight Suns game last year, and that one has a lot of like magic stuff going on in it and stuff like that. And so I think there's maybe a chance that Chthon, which is a like god or being that is the embodiment, I think chaos might happen here. Because there is an element of chaos to everything that's happening here where like there's so much unknown that maybe Chthon is like putting his thumb on the scale of things to just throw stuff into disarray. So I would think that. And people talked about Mephisto already. I think like as a cameo, it'll be maybe someone big in like the Marvel universe, but not a big actor per se.
Do you think Aubrey could be Chthon?
Could be like a manifestation or like a facet of that, but I think it'll be like a CGI rendered god thing.
Okay. So you think we're going to get like cosmic horror at the end of this of some kind or another?
I think it could be Mephisto. I think it could be Chthon. I think it could be a couple other ones. Death is like big in like, like the Marvel comics and something. Like just literally Death could be one of these. Like Aubrey could be Death.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
That's cool.
Del.
No, I like Tyler's idea of Death maybe showing up. And I was sitting here thinking to myself, I'm like, oh, wait, the X-Men, they don't cross over with the Disney property. Don't they own different? Are they not?
They're all owned now.
They're together now.
They're talking about the future, but it's still like 2 years out.
Dark Phoenix. Dark Phoenix shows up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's like magic people. Yeah.
Death is technically an X-Men crossover because Death and Deadpool had a thing canonically in the Deadpool comics.
Yeah, and Death it was a big thing with Thanos and the Infinity Gauntlet in the comic books. It was like, it wasn't like perfectly balanced as all things should be.
Yeah.
It was, I got a crush on Death. I'm going to kill half of everything to impress her. Maybe she'll give me a skeleton kiss on the cheek.
I mean, if we're saying Aubrey Plaza might be Death, I do believe that even Thanos would be like, I'm going to impress this lady. What do you want? I'll do it.
I like all of a sudden.
Thank you for looking at me, mummy. Yes.
Yeah.
Snappy,
Absolutely.
snappy.
Yeah.
The Mad Titan. He's just mad hot for Aubrey Plaza.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yes, we all are. And all of the witches instantly were, too. Like, everyone felt that vibe in the air.
Fully vocalizing, like, I don't know if I should, like, what did she say? Jen, the potion witch, was like, I don't know if I should keep an eye on her because she's going to kill me, or if I should keep an eye on her.
Get her number.
Get her number.
Get her
yes,
number.
That's
when Aubrey Plaza pulled a knife and she was like, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jen got horny for the pretties over the course of this adventure.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if we are going to get, of anybody who's popped up in the series in general, Stephen Strange.
Yeah.
As a possibility, because Doctor Strange is like the magic guy to show up. Not necessarily to impact things very much, but just we get a scene.
Cameo.
It may have resolved itself and he shows up late and Kat and Agatha's just like, we got this, you hack, and just like sends him away.
I can see that.
Patty
Definitely.
LuPone shitting on Doctor Strange would be incredible.
We would love that, yes.
They're no Spider-Man.
No.
But Spider-Man's not in Westview or on the Witch's Road.
And, I'm clearly holding a torch for him, but no, he's not going to be in there. But I had another one of, there are like, characters in Marvel, or Marvel has like incorporated like just mythological characters. So I'm just going to throw another one out there. Dracula. Just fully Marvel Comics Dracula might show
Tyler.
up.
I don't like when people say things I want,
Sorry.
and I'm disappointed.
There is specifically Marvel
I
Comics
know there
Dracula,
is.
and he might be out there.
Use
he
him
might
all
be...
the time on Marvel Snap.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's your Snap deck?
God, I think that's the one of throw everything in the garbage.
Yeah, just
throw everything in the garbage and
board
come
wipe.
back as Dracula's and Morbius. Sorry. Got very excited by Dracula.
No, don't apologize.
Marvel Snap is
That's
not
great.
sponsoring, but we have all played it. So I guess, what do we think the house is going to be in the next episode?
Is it going to be Patty LuPone's house?
Yep.
I didn't see colors in the woods. We saw the red-orange on the last episode before
And then
they
went
got
to a
to the
very
house.
red house.
Yes,
Everyone's-
but we didn't see any particular color because we just saw Man Witch getting healed.
Correct. Theoretically, we have Divination Witch.
Yeah.
We have
Aubrey Plaza.
Green Witch.
Yep, green.
And we have Purple Witch.
Yeah.
Left of the Coven, who have not had.
And Boy Witch, maybe?
Boy
Boy Witch, theoretically, okay, we know this from Hot Topic, blue.
Yeah.
But
he hasn't done magic
I
yet.
bet Boy Witch doesn't get magic till the very... Boy Witch feels like an end of road,
Yeah.
perhaps magic reveal.
I
Maybe
mean-
Boy Witch's magic is fucking locked in with the sigil.
Yeah.
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 What if Boy Witch sigiled himself? to hide his fucking magic.
That's true. Well, that's the thing is the only person who actually wanted to go to the road was Boy Witch because he wanted to go to the road to get power. It was his idea to begin with. So it would make sense if he's last.
If he's son, blasts his own memory of mom and his own memory of magic, and then is like, "This will be my final vengeance."
And now he's
end.
a cute boy. You think he's going to have an evil turn? Oh, no.
He's going to turn into
I don't
Dracula.
want him to turn, no.
He's going to be a Dracula.
No.
What if he's got the evil turn, Del?
I don't like that. He's so sweet and cute. Protect him. If he turns evil, I don't know. Well, maybe he'll team up with Aubrey Plaza and they'll become evil and they'll be like, ha ha.
What if he dies and Aubrey Plaza possesses him and we get boy possessed by Aubrey Plaza?
But looking like Aubrey Plaza, because that appears to be the through line. Is it
Unless they
looks
change
like
the rules.
Aubrey
They seem to be
Plaza.
loose on this.
I can deal with that. Still kiss. That
So
still counts.
if we know Aubrey Plaza's spirit is inside Teen Witch and Teen Witch kisses Catherine Hahn, that still counts.
That still counts.
It's about
Being
the person
piloted.
underneath.
It's it's the mind control thing. If it's mind control, it's the person controlling that's doing it.
That
it's
checks
the
out.
ghost effect,
Okay.
like the movie Ghost. Okay,
I can't argue with you. I can't
Thank
argue.
you.
Not only can't I won't. So you're thinking Patty Lupone's next, though. Yellow, green, purple. You're thinking yellow.
I'm gonna go green.
Okay.
I'm gonna go guess it. I don't know because Patty LuPone hasn't seemed like she's raring to go yet. There's been so much green witchery.
Okay, so we're going green next. What do you think the greenhouse is going to be?
It's literally that. It's gonna be a greenhouse. It's gonna be like, oh, plants. What do moms love? Plants and gardening and
Gardening.
houses.
Do you know what? I'm going to strike my and Tyler's bets for this all together because I'm like, okay, moms love
Let's
plants.
deep dive.
What for the yellow magic house for Patty Lupone?
Yeah.
What thing that moms love will populate the Patty Lupone house?
That's why it's like it's not next. I don't
No,
know
but
what
it's
it
after
would
that.
be.
We're gonna do green, but I'm like, if you had to,
Tchotchkes.
She's got big jewelry.
so it's gonna be like a big tarot witchery tchotchke store.
Generic witchy stuff.
Googly eyes on walnuts.
The crystals,
Oh, okay.
that kind of stuff.
That or Tyler's theory was gingerbread house,
Gingerbread house is a good call.
classic witch thing. What do you think Agatha's house is that moms love?
What is Agatha's house that moms love? It's gonna be. I'm thinking very hard about this.
Mm-hmm. We
Doing
appreciate you
a
taking
lot
the
of
time.
I heard you
internal.
say and I was like, oh boy, her noodle's cooking on it.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Old-fashioned-y house.
Okay. You got an era in mind?
I'm trying to think of what it would be. Is it mid-century? What is that house style?
Okay, I can
Okay.
see that.
Yeah.
Do you see it as like World War II era? She's in a big library of like war is happening outside that's getting closer or something.
This is like Sound of Music house.
Oh.
That's what it is.
Sound of Music House implies the presence of certain factions.
So yeah, in Agatha's world, there's Nazis, but she has
Moms
7
love
children.
that.
Do you think it's going to be 17 witches, just of various ages or different heights?
Yes.
It's a world of children. That's pretty fucking
Mom loves
nightmarish
children. Mom loves being moms.
I mean, what's more defining about a mom than having kids? Jesus Christ. Can't be a mom without offspring.
for her. Del thinks we're going to get a greenhouse, a tchotchke house, and a kid house.
Yeah.
Look, I came in
McDonald's
with
Play Place.
I came in with concert.
It's the next thing is like which fast food sponsored. It's just like they're going to go somewhere where kids are.
Oh my
What
God.
business is going to buy
They
it?
escape
Chuck
some
E. Cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, they go to a fucking Toys R Us.
They, the previous house is exploding or imploding or whatever. They got to get out, and so they climb through a compartment or like the oven again, and they just go down and slide into a ball pit, and they're just in. Forget the road. They don't do the road. It's house to house now.
House to house. No, that's gonna be my other. I guess not prediction. Maybe prediction. This is I don't know if it will happen, but this is what would be cool to me if it happened. Is we do a next episode and there's another house. And then we do the next episode after that, and everyone's like, what's the house going to be? And then it's something cool and not a house.
Okay.
Yeah, so in classic Disney fashion, it's cool if you assume you had to watch every episode.
Yes.
They'll get you. They'll get you if you watch them all.
Yeah.
Okay, the last thing we're gonna blaze through this because we gotta be efficient with our time here. After watching these 4 episodes, because we always re-rate the whole series after these 4 episodes, where would you rate it out of 10 as a Marvel show, and where would you rate it out of 10 as a show? Because we said, Del and I both noted this in our last episode, 3 was tricky for us on where we were going because it felt really up and down.
Shaky.
But we said 4 was going to be important. Del, where are you rating this at?
I'm going to go with, as a Marvel show, 7 out of 10. And as a normal show, a 6 out of 10. I still find it a little shaky ground. The house thing is a little shaky, but holy shit, ladies hugged and touched a little, this it's going up in my estimation. I will take that. I am the person who, if I like one character a lot in a show, I will watch the whole goddamn show. I will ride or die tiny specific thing. So I'm here. Don't let me down, show. Don't do it. Don't hurt
You're a
me.
7 and a 6. You're hoping it'll go up.
Yeah.
Terrified.
Yes.
The other possibility. Tyler, your first episode. Where would you rate this show after 4 episodes?
I think holding at 7s. I think, but it feels like as a Marvel show, it's going. Both versions. It's kind of starting to lag downward for me. It might drop soon, as a Marvel show and as just a regular TV show. I think this one felt like it felt like the show was kind of acknowledging of like, yeah, you know what we're going to do here. Okay, it's a song, you sing the song, the curse is broken. Okay, we'll move on kind of thing. It's like, well, if you're not relishing this, why should I?
Like, if you don't love this puzzle box, you don't have to do it.
Yeah.
You can show up and be like, protect me, gotcha, and just go back to the story.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like they made more of a meal out of episode 3, and certainly episode 1 and 2 was like, we revealed to be one big kind of intro piece. And now it's like, all right, yeah, it's the 70s, there's instruments here. Okay, we'll play the song. Your mom's here, we'll play the song. Okay, great. Don't stop singing. Sing like you mean it. Okay, the curse is dead. All right.
Yeah, there's no trick or twist to any of this. It's just do the exact thing you need to do. You did it. You're safe.
Yeah.
No, I would agree. I think I'm going 7s across the board as well. It's really going to be this. My rating is really going to be dependent on how this ends. I think the deeper we go, the more I'm like, you can tease me forwards for only so long. This was stronger than episode 3 for me, but all my favorite stuff happened on the actual road in the woods.
Right.
The house itself, I was like, eh.
Same.
Fast forward through, I don't really care about that, but watching these women like talk around a fire, watching them connect, watching them save Teen Witch, watching their kind of personal connections, it's like, oh, these puzzles are distracting me from a show I like, which is these bitter, very different witches reconnecting on the road to something, trying to heal each other, is amazing. And then like lame house puzzles. I'm like, I'm not here to watch the escape room movie. Get me back to the witches in the woods. This is great.
Yeah. Witch friends.
I'm enjoying the arc of the show in spite of the show's tentpole high climax moments being kind of at this point feeling like, all right, we're just going to get through this.
Yeah, I think it's this show is actually at its best when it's not a Marvel show in the traditional Marvel sense of like here's the big punchy magic thing. So no, I would say 7s across the board. But it still will be highly variable as it continues. I think we got some interesting theories. We got some interesting questions. Tyler may join us again for another episode here. We'll see. But I think that's where we'll call it now. So that's the end of our review of Agatha All Along, episode 4.
Yep.
We will be back with reactions for episode 5 soon. If you have your own fan theories, if you have anything like that, please comment on YouTube, on whatever various apps you may be using for the podcast version. We'll see what happens. Tyler, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me. This was really
Tyler.
fun. I very much missed this kind of thing. This was a lot of fun to talk about and just goof around on.
Yeah, it's nice to have you.
Yeah.
I'm Ryan LaPlante, and I am not a witch.
I'm Tyler Hewitt, and I'm not a witch.
I'm Del Borovic, and I am not a witch.
God damn it, I'm still not sure. Thanks for tuning in to Nerd News. This series is produced by Dum Dums and Dice, edited by Ryan LaPlante, and our audio is mixed by Laura Hamstra. You can follow us on any social media platform at Dum Dum Dice. Support us on our Patreon at patreon.com/dumdumdice, or buy cool merch from our website, dumdumdice.com. Thanks for joining us, and stay nerdy. Dum Dums and Dice has to give a special thank you to the supreme beings of our Patreon at this time: Christopher Little, George Dolby, Gavin and Abby McDonald, Logan, Fire Unfriendly, Grandma Likes D&D, Alan, Stabby Stranger, Glitch Trick, Flynn1138, Alarain Okapi, Schrodinger's Pepper, Madre de Gatos, Lady Maiden, Mithrian, Garbo Ape, Sam Schaefer, Waffle Marine, Dagger Rain, Rob L, Dia De Los Hoodless, Squishy Werewolf, Remy Funky Head, Accent Therapeutic Services in Florence, Kentucky, Lael, Shulzari, The Long Family, Jordan Oliver, Richard Wright, Brittany Fenwick, Alex Parr, Dragonfly, The Body Barrelers, Megan Werner, A Man Out of Time, Curtis at FingerTechRobotics.com, Panda24NN, Shendra D, Your Homeboy Bones, Ellis Hatch, Odigenous, Beef Not Cheese, Kaikoa, Squire Solaire, Sandy Sassy Pants, Adam, Amira Lockhart, James Molina, Nick Hemsing, and Jill and Noel LaPlante. If you want your name to be added to this list, you can join our Patreon too at patreon.com/dumdumdice. Thanks to them, and a little bit of thanks to you.